Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
He'll have a first down past the 40. He's got daylight. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. K.J. Hamler, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. That is a quick strike, one play all the way to the house. You know, the pass was fine, but that run after the catch, impressive.
An absolute horrible time. Of course, any time like this is a horrible time for a defensive breakdown. But where's the tackling? Where were the safeties? You don't expect him to catch the ball, and next thing you know, he's running into the goalpost this early in the game. That's not supposed to happen.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 39 yards there, a big one.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They run it with Jacobs. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jacobs. Give him 7 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Open man Hamler. That's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That's good. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on, QB, come on. Mike 50, Mike 50.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Locke. He's got his tight end fan. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
At the 29-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Clock now to throw. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 30-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Block working out of the gun. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Raiders nothing.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Lindsey on the carry.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
3rd and 9.
Here we go. Here we go. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Now they try the right side here. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
The pass.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd down and inches. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line.
A gain of 15.
It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Number 28, Josh Jacobs.
Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown.
Henry Ruggs.
Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
On second down now, it's Lindsey. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
34-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Locke. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now to the air, Locke. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Not much there, only a yard.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
He'll fire one downfield for Fant, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go. Set. Let's go.
Locke now on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Locke. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Again, it's Locke. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Gain of 8 brings up 2nd and goal.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They turn to the fullback, Gillespie, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Broncos will extend their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there, because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
On the play. 1st down, Las Vegas.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Complete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver.
And it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw again. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th, now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, You have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second and 6. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Raiders move back within a couple of the lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Flush to his right. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Locke gonna throw. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
At the 41-yard line.
On first down, it's Lindsey. And down to the 15. A huge play there for Denver. 43 yards. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They look to throw. It's Locke. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
And less than a yard.
offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll go for it. It's Locke. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 20-yard line.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
The ball carrier. He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
2nd and 1. Reception here by Ruggs. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll set up a throw. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown.
Touchdown.
Henry Ruggs there to make the grab. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
And that 3rd counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here. They'll try and throw for it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. 10. 5. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 39, Locke. They'll find Lindsey here. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. On the counter, Lindsey. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Locke. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Locked to throw for it on 4th. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Here we go, D, get off the field.
To throw is Locke.
This is Hamler on the receiving end.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 more yards there and another first down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. He's back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Slam. Race don't drop. Bravo.
Back to throw. Locke. Forced out to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
2nd and 2.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
To DK Metcalf. A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Raiders.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here we go. Mike 42.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
9 yards. It's second down.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
2nd and 11 now.
First throw of overtime for Locke. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. He's got his tight end fan. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see, and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Broncos, they're up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.